Hi, comments. So looking down here in the comments section this time, there wasn't that many compared to the last time, but I also didn't really read through all of them. So I think I'll read through some of these a little bit more and talk about them just a bit more for you. We're gonna make things real quick and snappy and concise, and this won't be any of those, I'm fearing. Oh hey, Aljavis figured out the thing I talked to him about. He noticed the thing that I mentioned.
Hey buddy.
Way too loud. But yeah, Turning Page's info was just like there. It was just right there in the description of the actual mystery pony, and it was freaking hilarious. So I had to make a jab at him for that. It was so funny.
You know,
I think it went a little too long, honestly.
Thank you.
I think it went a little too long, personally. The point got across. It's like Serenity, we took what was good in case 1 improved upon it for case 2, which is good. And there's also a larger team, which is nice. I also want to say that I'm super glad you're looking at the court record. What you're doing with it, your reaction is exactly what I wanted others to use it for. So expect the court record to be a staple for the future episodes. Also, as Serenity said, just looking for profiles, and every time the court record gets updated. Oh, interesting. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind, actually. Because I know that's a thing sometimes that the games do, where depending on what information you get, it actually changes the court record. Either that, or sometimes it'll just be stagnant, or just have random information that you're technically not supposed to know. Alright, I'll keep that in mind then, I guess. Also appreciate you being a little more casual with your reactions and your thoughts and everything. I would want to do that because that would just make the most sense for me. Constructive criticism is a must if you want to make a higher quality EoJ episode higher and higher. Well, okay, I understand giving constructive criticism, but I'm also worried that some of my criticisms are either nitpicks or just stuff that doesn't really matter in the long run, because there was actually quite a few stuff that I cut out of the final product of me kind of harping on the end song a little more than normal, and I just felt like it, at least in my opinion, it felt a little too harsh, even though it wasn't bad, because it was a really well-made song. There were just parts of it that it just didn't click with me. But I didn't want to like seem like, oh, this is the worst part of the episode kind of thing. So I cut a lot of that stuff out and trimmed it down to a more, I guess, a more respectable level, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to seem like I'm being elitist over this kind of stuff, because I'm not. I'm genuinely enjoying the stuff as it goes, but like I don't want to seem like I'm just too high and mighty. Like, oh, you're below me. I don't know what this. This isn't below. This is like a cat. This is like a posh cat. Like, yeah. The Jerkish guard wasn't voiced by me. It was Destro. And the guard in the ending in episode 3 was also not me, it was Serenity. Damn! I really need to get your voice down more. If that's the case, because I missed you both times. Or I misheard you both times, I guess. Assuming you were someone else. Looking forward to the reaction to the next part. Well, sure, I'll get to that in just like a hot minute. Don't worry about it. Oh, my friend Stormbringer Wolf commented as well. You've gotten so much better at editing and I'm jelly. Yeah, I miss you too, buddy. But thanks for telling me how much better my editing's been getting. It took way too long for that episode to finish, and honestly it took me way too long for me to get to this, but I think I just needed a break from that video because it drained me. There were again, it was 3 separate days of recording spanned 2 separate days of recording spanned over 3 separate recordings, and it just took me like way too long to finish it, because I think it took me like a full month of on and off editing, because I had to it was 3 hours of fucking footage I had to sift through for like just an hour and a half product. It's almost as long as the actual video itself, even though most of the reaction is like maybe 7 minutes under. Thank you though, I appreciate it, friendo. We should talk together at some point. Jim Booty, what are the riders? Figure I'd drop by and comment some. Suppose the elephant in the room. Athena is defending, and I couldn't be happier with this. She fits far better in this case than Phoenix. After Spirit of Justice barely gave her anything, it's only right to give her a case, and a damn good one too. Yeah. I mean, the case that she's in Spirit of Justice isn't bad, but it is kind of the only thing she gets. I will give it that. One that really delves into her as a character, as you can tell. Really proud people are sometimes call her well written. Yeah, absolutely, she was well written, because it's like you could just make her say non sequiturs all the time about how she's bilingual, and that could just be it, and you could probably do okay. But you delved into her backstory a bit more, because she's very much a tragic character in the Ace Attorney series. So it makes sense to want to, you know, delve deeper into that and maybe give some kind of explanation, not explanation, but like some further, like getting further down into the nitty gritty of her character. Private Eye is best. Leighton. Leighton is right there. It's just Leighton. Phoenix comments on his hat. It reminds him of someone he once met. I noticed. That's why I mentioned it was the Leighton thing. That's what confirmed it in my head anyway. I also know that's about the crossover because it's the only other time that Phoenix and Leighton have ever met, and I've played that game. Not only have I played that game, but weird connection to another channel I appear on, Beastcat 100. I did a whole fucking let's play of that game with him. He played it and I co-commentated throughout the whole thing. And technically it's not finished because we didn't do all the special episodes, but we pretty much went through the whole game. So I've been through it twice, so I know pretty much a good gist of that game. Yeah, that impression of Leighton was amazing. Like, it was really, really spot on. I'll give you props for that too. Yeah, the rendition of Athena's theme, you pointed out, doesn't loop as well as I like. Yeah, that part where it just like slightly looped off. Yeah, again, that's another nitpick like I had. Like, it wasn't something that took me out of the entire thing, but it was just something I noticed, like, ha, that doesn't loop all the way. Figured I'd point it out. But like, again, I think there was a part where I harped on it a little too long, so I cut that down too. But it just was nitpicky, and I didn't want it to seem like it was actually taking me out of the experience. So, you know, I trimmed it down. Someone who says over music who uses in series, I can assure you those pure because Capcom refuses to have more remixes are in their game. Sad face indeed. You have to make do with what we can find. Well, I mean, wouldn't in editing you'd be able to like trim it down to a point where it like, I mean, I don't know what editing software you're using. Well, actually, you're the writer. But, like, say for the team itself, like, I don't know what editing software is being used, but I'm pretty sure, like, if you could, like, skim through it, find, like, the point where it would loop, and then take that thing and manually loop it, that maybe might fix the problem. Though it also would be very, very tedious and time-consuming. But I know that I've had to do that for songs that don't normally have extended versions. I would have to manually loop it myself, and sometimes I don't even do it that great. So that's why I don't want to make it seem like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be, kind of thing, because I can't even do it that wonderfully myself. She also has the least amount of screen time compared to everyone else so far, so I'm not even surprised. I mean, I like her a lot. I like her more than I like Apollo. That being said, Apollo had a whole game dedicated to him, and Athena had half of a game dedicated to her, and like a single case in the 6th game. So compared to the 3 of them, she has had the least amount of screen time to really get her popularized. Because, again, a good chunk of Dual Destinies was also fleshing Apollo out further. And then Spirit of Justice was him being fleshed out even further, so... And hell, even Cersei got fucking fleshed out. So I'm not even surprised by that. Regarding the ending, I'll try to explain as much as I can about it. The song you saw is Message, the first ending theme for the Ace Attorney anime. Yeah, I noticed, because I got copyright claimed for it. Last year I suggested asked if we could use an English cover I found, because I noticed the lyrics fit really well with this case, and how everyone is feeling once we finish writing the investigation. I didn't alter any lyrics out of respect for the person who worked on the English cover, but after hearing a few people's criticisms, I decided to tweak the lyrics to certain lines ever so slightly from rest of 3 onwards, but not change the song dramatically, so the song will be redone. Okay. Again, the song itself wasn't bad. It was the fact that some of the notes clashed and it sounded off to me. Like, I genuinely liked the song, and I genuinely think the singer tried their best, and I genuinely, like, enjoyed it still. Like, I don't want to seem like it was a bad thing. Like, I still enjoyed it. It's just a few notes were clashing here and there, and I noticed that. But, I mean, if it's gonna be better, then go for it. Good. It'll be good. Because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, this was bad. Because it really wasn't. It's just a few things I heard that were just off. Nice job noticing the Ghost Trick sound effects. I did an entire stream series of Ghost Trick recently. And by recently, I mean like 3 years ago. But like, or it would have been 4 years ago. But I also I really like Ghost Trick, and I definitely, those sound effects are really, really iconic and noticeable. Cool sound effects we had for episode 2 in case one are very small, and I had to add a buttload of ones from pretty much every game of the series. At one point we found a rip of Ghost Trick sound effects, and we decided why not and add a few, right? And then the sound effects we had was much larger. You'll be hearing less of the same ones over and over, more variety, basically. Okay. And thank you very much for your comments, friendo. It was a nice and hilarious reaction to see. It may have taken a while, but it came out great in the end. Thank you very much, Perry the Pollet. Perry the Pollet. Good name. Yeah, it did take a while to come out, and honestly, I've been so busy with work and trying to like decompress at the end of the workday and hang out with people that I really want to hang out with almost every day. So it's kind of gotten to a point where I haven't edited anything in like a month straight because of that, and I don't want that to be the norm. But I'm doing my best. I'm trying to get things done as much as I can. Like, heck, I even got, like, it's my day off today, so I was able to actually record something. By today, I mean Monday, the second to last day of August. So, you'll get to see how long it'll take me to finish this episode's editing. It's wonderful. Top tier performance by me. And finally from Serenity, not too much here, thank God. I like reading the comments, but I want to get through and record the videos as quickly as I can. Another great reaction was eagerly anticipating the releases ever since you announced it. I mean, as far as the series goes, I'm going to be reacting to each of these, so, I mean, I'm going to do it. It's going to happen eventually. I've been putting so much effort into these because I want to really showcase how much I like this series a lot, and the sequel, like Turnabout Storm as a whole, but also the sequel series, the fan-made sequel series. Like I want to really show, because I have a lot to say. Clearly, these recordings go on for hours more than the actual video content length is. I have a lot to say, and I feel like, you know, I want to put as much editing as I can into it so that it's still entertaining and not dry. Because I know if I listen back to these and they end up being like, they drone on for me, because I have the worst attention span. The original videos are great to watch, but sometimes I don't have everything, I don't have things to say about literally everything, so that's why I cut things down as much as I can to the best parts, or the parts that are important for the story. So, you know, thank you for anticipating this, you and Al Javis and everyone else. Like, heck, I'll just pop into a chat and then I'll be like, oh my god, it's the Kristomaster4's, he's amazing! And I'm like, I'm just a guy, thanks. Glad you're reading the court record. You put a lot of work into that. Most people probably don't even acknowledge it. Here's something you can do for case 2. Review the main 6s and the Right Anything Agency's profiles again. They changed when the perspective switched with. Oh right, yeah, because that did change. So they would have different perspectives on each character. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out before the episode starts. Actually, if the court record's the same, then I'll check that out. Actually, regardless of the case itself, there's not much to talk about. Only one episode in. One thing I will point out though that you didn't catch is the victim. This isn't the first time you're seeing him. You may recall a certain guard that was in the after credits scene of case 1. Oh, was it Royal Order? Is that his name? Was Royal I keep saying Odor. It was I hate Royal Order. Was he the guard that was setting what's her face free? I mean, I have no clue. That is also a hypothetical question. Like, since this upload, at the very least, it's been at least like 1 or 2 months. And since watching the last part, it's been at least 3. So, you know, I probably should stop delaying, as it's been 20 minutes in the recording so far. And let's get straight to the fucking video, finally. So, a lot of things have actually uploaded over the course of the time that it's been since I've actually started this. Like, there was a Q&A that happened literally a day ago that I couldn't take apart in, even though I really wanted to. I wanted to ask some questions. Maybe I'll remember them again, because I don't. But this happened while I was working, so I couldn't join in. There was a director's commentary of case 3, episode 3 of case 1, which is almost 7 hours long. So I'm gonna get to that eventually. There was also a commentary of this that I started that's 4 hours long. In any case, we're gonna go and jump directly into this. They made it a better official trailer. Maybe I'll watch that at the end of the fucking this part. Maybe, depends. But if any questions I have were answered in the Q&A or anything that was answered within the director's commentaries, I'll probably find them and they'll be interesting to just like throw in as random tidbits of knowledge. Because I did watch like the entirety of the first director's commentary. Of course, it was also more palatable to watch through the entirety of because it was like 3 hours compared to 4. Oh, well, I also had a lot more free time back then. Anyway, 6 hours is a long time. So, like, I'm watching through a bunch of streams from Proton John, and those are hours upon hours long, and I have to segment them into chunks. And these are the same. Like, oh, there's so much to watch. Anyway, there's neither here nor there. We're gonna start watching now. So let's see. We're gonna start. We're gonna get the recap. I'm probably gonna skip through it, realistically, but we'll see. But the last thing we left off that I remember is that Scootaloo is in detention center. We gotta visit her before visiting hours are over, and we also gotta find Sweetie Belle. Those are the two things that are like the main two things so far. And I believe the trial is the next part, which hasn't come out yet. So, with that being said, let's frickin' start.
Previously on Elements of Justice.
Oh my god. Okay, another random tangent. I've been playing through the Great Ace Attorney recently. I know it's been out for almost a month now. But I haven't beaten the first game yet. I'm in the last case. I am so glad to be hearing this again outside because every time you start you're in any new position in fucking the Great Ace Attorney, it just sounds like every time. It's so nice to be able to hear something that isn't pounding on my ears whenever I visit a new scene. So, holy crap. Ugh. Anyway, random tangent. Let's continue.
Their parents are just out of town this week, so Rarity's looking after her until they get back.
But their parents don't live with her, right?
Huh?
I thought that was established. Opal? Is Opal knocking stuff over in there?
Oh. Hi, Apple Bloom.
Oh, never mind.
Sweetie Belle? She's not. Something's not right.
Alright, Sweetie Belle. What's up?
Come on in.
She's usually not this tentative. What happened with Rarity? Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Drop Shadow.
Who are these guys, Apple Bloom? Well, I wasn't feeling 100% this morning, and I couldn't get out of bed. Yeah.
You are such a liar.
You're looking a lot better for some pony who can get out of bed a few hours ago. Well, I guess it was just a passing bug. Okay. We're going to visit Scootaloo. Oh, I don't really think it's a good idea for me to leave the house. Rarity might come home early and worry about where I am. Sweetie Belle, I'm sure she'll understand that you went to visit Scootaloo at the detention center.
You're mega suspicious right now.
Does he feel any better?
You are mega suspicious right now. Sweetie Belle, come on.
Come on, Sweetie Belle. You don't even want to go and visit Scootaloo? Sweetie Belle? Do you think Scootaloo actually did it? What? No! I never said anything like that. I'm just confident that at the end of the day, Scootaloo will be found innocent.
I don't believe you.
You say so.
Sweetie Belle, was it?
Yeah?
See, something I also noticed is that Sweetie Belle's voice sounds a lot better when she did the no thing, so I think it's confident that the voice actress is doing their best. Because I'm like, it sounds alright, but then as soon as I heard her like go get a little defensive, like, yeah, no, that's Scootaloo. Or Sweetie Belle, that's the one. Yes, I am fully aware that this was recorded well before the announcement that Sweetie Belle's voice actress will not be playing any more roles in the part. But listen, okay, it's been a while. I'm trying. I feel like Phoenix knows that she's Phoenix knows that she's just pulling bullcrap right now.
I've been looking around, and I couldn't help but notice that there's something a little unusual in your trash can.
Is it Opal?
An assortment of leaves, vines, and branches.
Oh.
That doesn't seem like the kind of thing Rarity would have collected.
Yes. There it is. I knew the locks were gonna come up. 4 of them. Wait, how could she see the... Did she ever have the Magatama?
Are these the Cyclops that Mr. Wright mentioned?
Oh right, she did pick up the she picked up the Magatama from Turning Page. I forgot about that. Phoenix knows something's up. Though Athene is the only person who knows that Sweet Belle's lying.
You still have my Magatama, right? You never gave it back to me after
Yeah.
you got it back from Turning Page. Did you see any locks appear when we were talking to Sweetie Belle?
Yeah, I did.
Now, question. They never brought this up in Elements of, or in a Spirit, Turnabout Storm, right? I'm trying to remember, and you know, feel free to tell me in the comments if it was the case. But did Turnabout Storm? Did Turnabout Storm actually go into the Magatama that much? I think it did. I want to say that Phoenix used it on Rainbow Dash a few times. Was Apple Bloom even around when he used the Magatama, if he did use it? Because it seems like Twilight knows what they're talking about, because I think she also had the Magatama by accident, and I think she assumed that it was just magic that was causing it to become like the way it was. At least that's what I'm remembering. I don't remember specifically if it was actually used in Turnabout Storm or not. So I guess this is a way to ease in people who don't know the original or Phoenix Wright in general to the Magatama's abilities. Because I mean, even though most people who are watching this are fans of either one or both, having some kind of preference to what this ability even is, it's good. It's a good attention to detail and good accessibility for those who don't know the series. Don't even.
Oh, I think I remember Twilight going on about.
Ah, okay, so it was.
The last time you were here, I started seeing locks all over the place. It did eventually stop, though.
Yeah, hang on. Didn't Celestia have like 5 black Psyche locks as well? Wasn't? Yeah, hold on. I'm remembering now. Didn't at the end of the fucking series, didn't Celestia have 5 black Psyche locks? Because Twilight asked how she knew Phoenix. Like, how she knew about Phoenix Wright. And there were 5 black Psyche locks, and then that was just kind of thrown out the way. Are they going to delve into that? Because I know the black Psyche locks are, like, they're more dangerous than the red ones, because the red ones are surface level, like, hiding something that they don't want to know. But black Psyche locks are, like, mental, like, storing stuff that are traumatic behind, like, mental barriers kind of thing, where if you unlock it, then that just releases that mental lock, and you know, all that trauma that it was locked behind, that your brain locked away, is now released, and now you remember, kind of thing. So which is why I'm like, was that just a one-off joke with Celestia, which it could very well be, or was it actually something? Because, like, we broke through Athena's mental black Psyche locks, I think, in Dual Destinies, I want to say, and you know, she had PTSD because of it. So, yeah, okay. I wonder if this will actually come into play with a bunch of other abilities. I'm just speculating at this point. I should probably watch, continue watching.
You saw those Psycho Lock things on Sweetie Belle?
Yeah, 4 of them.
When did they appear?
When you asked her about that stuff in the trash can.
But land was just a bunch of twigs and leaves. What secret could she possibly be keeping?
Piece it together, Apple Bloom. Where were we just in?
But for now, we don't have enough evidence to pursue any sort of...
I mean, that's also true.
We'll have to come back to this later.
Maybe piece it together with the fact that they were in a frickin' forest. God, so cathartic to not hear my brain being bashed in with a drum every time I go to a new place.
We're back.
I love that game, though.
Oh, thank goodness. I was going to go crazy if I had to listen to another of Pinkie Pie's ridiculous songs. If I have to hear her sing about making other ponies smile or whatever, I'm going to lose it. It's like something you play for little kids.
Hey, only some of the songs are like, oh, hi!
Please, just call me Apollo.
I can't really say we have a clear picture of what happened yet, and none of the evidence we found is at all decisive.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Yeah.
There's still the trial. More evidence and testimony will be presented there, as I'm sure you remember.
Yeah, but how long is the trial gonna be?
Get Scootaloo out of this mess. Nix wasn't able to save me right away either.
Well, to be fair, it took like 3 days. That was like, it was like the longest possible trial it could potentially be. You know, 3 whole investigative days and 3 whole trial days, and the final trial day lasting way too long, but for a good reason.
I just have to continue believing in him and Athena, and they'll work their courtroom magic, right?
Yeah, but it's...
Excuse me, would you happen to be Miss Athena Sykes?
I was just talking about the Grey Ace attorney!
Everyone else when we walked in. Yeah, that's me.
This song.
Sam, at your service, ma'am. I have something for you. Here you go. An equestrian attorney badge sent directly from the High Council.
This Iris's theme, I swear to God, like it like how the last song that was in the forest was like doom 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 doom, like it feels like you just want to like gallivant through the forest. Like Iris's theme just makes me want to do something similar, except it's just super kooky and I love it. It's just like like I was just talking about that. Gosh. Also, very cute character design, and also totally not Sugar Belle.
You should thank the head of the High Council, Lawkeeper Equity.
Lawkeeper Equity.
I'll be happy to know that as soon as she got
Okay.
I can't believe the amount of clout Twilight has.
She is a princess after all.
So am I.
She is the princess of frickin' friendship.
that little apple bloom over there. Speaking of which, I heard from the others that Scootaloo got arrested this morning. The poor thing. Yeah, she did. Don't worry though. Mr. Rabbit
I like how the
is
music
after
just toned down
us.
just a little bit.
Ah, so that's what the badge is for then. And here's a little treat for your trouble.
Oh, hey, Candy.
Aw, Miss Snap, you don't have to give us candy every time you come by.
It also just occurred to me, I never actually looked at the court record. That thing, I'm like, hey, I'll start the episode looking at the court record. I never actually did that, so I'm gonna do that. Oh. Well, darn. Because Athena is in the pilot seat now, so we have new information regarding everyone's profiles, and I never actually read them, so let's do that. A lawyer who's been at the agency since before I joined. He has an amazing ability to spot lies and through people's tells. Remember, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, something like an apprentice to Zakora, tagged along for the investigation. Yeah. She's 9? Could have sworn she was a little older than that, but Owner of the Sweet Apple Acres. Don't know much about her, but she seems pretty headstrong. Yeah, she is. Me! Me! In all my stunning beauty. This is the second year as an inexperienced but eager lawyer, ready to revolutionize the legal system with the power of psychology. Analytical psychology on top of that. A stern mayor grieving over her husband's death seems gravely concerned for Turning's education. But also, yeah, she's very stern. An adorable sweet mayor who enjoys caring for wild animals in her cottage, typically shy but excitable when talking about wildlife. A lawyer who owns the agency I work for. I owe him big for giving me the chance to become a full-fledged lawyer. You do for a lot of other things, but outside of that, but yeah, bubbly pony who... Hey, Athena, writing stuff about me? Looks like it's your turn to defend some pony. What just happened? Good. Gentlemanly investigator in charge of this case. Very polite, but seems to know more than he's letting on. He does. He's probably hiding some important information he'll probably bring out when the time is right. Unintentionally so. An energetic young mayor, Mr. Wright defended during his previous visit, training to become a Wonderbolt. An uptight mayor famous in the fashion industry, bit of a drama queen, but clearly cares for her friends. The victim, member of the Royal Guard, father of Turning Page, husband of fair devotion. A brash young filly and the defendant of this case, a member of the Keymark Crusaders, honorary sister to Rainbow Dash. Yep, very much that. Cute little dragon who lives with Twilight. Despite his age, he's still considered a baby amongst his peers. That would be accurate for her age, honestly. Mr. Wright's darling daughter. She wants to be a famous magician someday. And son of the victim, a feisty kid that intervened during the Scootaloo's arrest. Admires his father and wants to be a member of the Royal Guard. Twilight Sparkle, the Unicorn Princess of Friendship, the one who summoned us to Equestria. Quite the bookworm. Books! Yeah, it was Royal Order. Or... Royal Order. I hate that name. I either say Royal Order or Royal Odor. I can't say his name. I swear I actively tried to say it correctly. Oh god, I have an hour left. Ugh. This is already going to be a 2-hour session at minimum. Ugh!
See you around, everybody!
On man.
She's quick.
I agree. Me too.
And she's quite a fast flyer.
She does seem fairly fast.
Rival you, Rainbow.
I don't know about that.
Let's not get carried away here. We all know there's nobody faster than me. Well, no pony who's legit anyway.
Oh my god.
Is that Rainbow?
Good.
Nothing. So, what did you guys find out during your investigation?
Good.
Well, a member of the Royal Guard was killed. What?
Oh, I guess they never told them that.
How could a little filly like her kill a fully grown stallion?
Pretty sure that's going to be something the prosecution will try to explain at the trial.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, we'll be able to.
We still don't know who the prosecutor is.
Their story.
Right. Just like last time.
Unless it's Sonata.
By the way, Verity, there's something you
I want to say it's Trixie, but it could be Sonata.
A note was left in my shop last night, and it's from Scootaloo. What?
Oh,
What does it say?
that's new.
Here, you can read it for yourself.
Also, this music's from the Somnium Files. Hang on. No. I'm not letting that pass. I noticed this song. This song's from the Somnium Files. Fucking oof. Oof that game. Oh, murder mystery. Is this just the murder mystery game hour for video game tracks? Which I'm completely down for. But this track is from the Somnium Files, which, by the way, I very much recommend. It is good and mindfucky.
Dear Miss Rarity, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, but I'm taking one of your rolls of golden silk fabric, and I won't be returning.
That explains
Not
why
able
the
to make
gold
it
was
back in
there.
advance, but I'll do whatever you want to make up for it. I'm sorry, but I have to do this.
That is incriminating as fuck.
What does that mean?
Oh.
It means Scootaloo stole a roll of golden silk from Rarity's shop last night.
So that's probably one of the locks for Sweetie Belle. So we're not supposed to open up the court record until everything is done, apparently. So, confession from Scootaloo to Rarity for stealing one of her golden rolls of silk fabric. Yeah, that's incriminating as fuck, but I'm sure that's one of the locks for Sweetie Belle. She probably assisted in that, which is why the garbage can is full of stuffs.
She wouldn't have. Unfortunately, Rainbow.
Yeah, we have evidence of that. The golden silk roll's just straight up. Yeah.
Why would she do that?
Apple Bloom knows. Apple Bloom knows. Apple Bloom
I
knows.
think I might know the answer to that.
You do?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Let's go visit Scootaloo in the detention center. If I'm right, we can hear it straight from her.
Phoenix, right logic. We won't say it directly unless we do it right in front of the person that we need to talk to.
Apple Bloom.
She has to know I'm there to support her.
Twilight, what do you think?
Let her go!
As long as she stays with us, she should be fine. We don't plan on heading anywhere else anyway.
Yeah.
Normally, only those of immediate family or attorneys are allowed to visit the primary suspects on trial. but I should be able to get her in there.
You are the princess after all. Oh, Jesus.
What kind of friend would I be if I didn't go support her?
You can go, but come straight back as soon as you're done. No more investigating. You hear me?
I don't know why she's so against it. Hey, buddy.
Apple Bloom!
Don't you worry, Miss Scootaloo. We're going to get you out of this.
Aren't you one of those human things?
Yeah.
Human things.
Yes? I'm a defense attorney.
I do appreciate this track, though.
Defend you in court.
This remix of the original Detention Center theme is good. It was real good.
Stallion?
We're here to support you and get you through this.
Hey! You're that human from last time, right? The one that held Rainbow Dash.
Yes. I don't think we were properly introduced, were we?
Not really.
My name's Phoenix Wright. This perky young lady is one of the lawyers who works in my law firm.
Yep. Athena Sykes is.
So you're here to defend me then, Mr. Wright?
Well, actually, Athena here was going to be the one to lead your case. I was just going to be her aide.
Yeah. I was hoping.
But you're the one who saved Rainbow Dash, right? I want you to defend me.
Wow.
Scootaloo, Rainbow Dash agreed to let Athena handle the case. She did? Uh-huh. So I think you should at least consider letting Miss Sykes defend you.
Rude.
Okay.
Yeah, she was very rude about that.
Have your parents been here to visit you yet?
No, and they probably won't be coming. They're off on an assignment at the moment. My parents study dangerous
Oh, right, yeah.
plants. Their research helps
I
us find
completely
what
forgot. I completely forgot that they actually explained why her parents are never around. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, they're like actually do. She's right. They do study stuff like that. Right. That is gonna suck though. That they couldn't make time to see her daughter being arrested. But you know, it's fine.
Don't tell any pony I said this, but they actually used to be part of some sort of secret monster.
There's a guard
agency
right
in
behind. Scootaloo, there's a guard right behind you.
Who do you live with then?
My aunts, for the most part.
I remember that episode too because everyone assumed, oh god, there's a gay couple. That was a good episode too, to be honest.
Hold up, Athena.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Scootaloo's lying.
Huh? How can you. Wait. Did those locks.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling we would like check these out because we did see the psych locks earlier. Alright.
Turning Page seems to be far more than just a mere acquaintance to you. After all, he was fighting very hard to prevent you from being arrested. You seem to know an awful lot about him and his ideals.
Yes.
I don't think that's the kind of info you can just pick up on by virtue of living in the same small town. You and he have not only met, but you've clearly had at least one conversation with him before.
Yeah? That's because we go to the same school. Yeah.
Oh?
Yes. Ponyville only has one school, so we share some classes. That's how I learned all that stuff about him.
I hate to break it to you, Scootaloo, but that's also not possible.
Yeah, because he's being homeschooled.
Because Turning Page?
He's been homeschooled.
We heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Literally. So, you couldn't have learned anything about him from there.
Ugh, fine. How do you think we know each other then?
I'm glad you asked, Scootaloo. Take that! Does this ribbon look familiar?
Oh yeah, the ribbon.
That's...
It's the ribbon you gave to Turning Page after he stood up for you against a pair of bullies yesterday. You and he became friends after that encounter. Isn't that right?
You know what I should do, actually? Hang on. Let's just really do a play-by-play, scene-by-scene with all the evidence that we require. Although this is... Yeah, I guess he does have all the evidence Athena does. Okay. Yeah. Let's play along, shall we?
You gave him this ribbon as a thank you gift. I bet both of you spent some time getting to know each other afterwards. That's why he was so concerned about you this morning. After all, you became close friends with each other just the day before.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Unfortunately, Scootaloo, I don't think that's really all that happened.
What do you mean?
I'm certain that your connection with Turning has some relation to why you were in the forest last night.
Why are we
Once again, I don't think you're being truthful with me.
Hmm.
If you don't mind me asking, what exactly were you being bullied about?
Huh? I mean, it wasn't really anything all that serious.
Nothing serious, huh?
Nothing serious.
What is it now? There was no fight. We didn't have to fight anyone.
Sorry, Scootaloo, but this...
Okay. You didn't fight anyone, huh? I'm pretty sure the glass shards actually contradict that. It was found at the crime scene that must belong to a pair of nearsighted glasses. Maybe. Let's see, what else do we have here? Poison joke, I don't think that has anything to do with it. Statue bloodstained this for the crime scene. Scootaloo's wagon turning sword. Ah! It broke on the day of the murder when Turning was fighting against a pair of bullies. Yep, and it was actually torn, which means that there must have been a fight that occurred or something that happened to break the sword. So I think it's the sword.
Turning sword?
Hmm.
If there really was no fight, then how did the sword break during the incident with the bullies?
One more lock.
Tell me the truth. This piece of evidence reveals the truth behind your encounter with the bullies yesterday.
So what happened with the bullies? So the sword broke. Is that where the blood comes in? No. That's just Zecora. Is it the capes? Two were found. The third was taken by the police for examination. Outside of the capes were red and each was around them. I don't know, actually. What could it be? Could it be people? Is it the wagon? Hold on. There's a strange mark on the floor left dried in mud. Wasn't there on the afternoon of the murder. I don't think so. I'm going to guess it's the wagon. I don't know if we have evidence for that. Unless, wait, we just got... No, wait, we just got the, we just got the note, but I don't think it has anything to do with that, right? The note that she went there? But I mean, we already know that she was there, right? It could be the note. I'm gonna say the note. Final answer. Okay, it was the note.
Now why? Why did you do that? Why did you feel the need to steal from one of your friend's sisters and then take the stolen goods into the middle of the forest?
We're using it as a ransom?
Answer I can think of. You were being blackmailed by these
Yeah,
bullies, weren't you?
blackmailed for ransom.
And Turning Page, valiant royal guard in training that he is, would never let you face them alone.
Tell the truth.
You had 2 encounters with the bullies on that day. The first one was where Turning stood up for not just you, but the rest of the Cutie Mark Crusaders as well, correct? That would explain why Apple Bloom has been acting a little off throughout the entire investigation. Does that sound about right?
Wow.
Hmm?
You really are as good as she said you are.
Lock's broken.
Scootaloo! Are you sure you want to be telling them all this?
She has no choice.
It's not like we can really
Yeah,
do it
she has no choice in the matter.
If you don't mind, could you go over everything that happened yesterday, starting with when you first faced these bullies?
Sure. It was around noon yesterday. Sweetie Belle, Apple Bloom, and I were riding through town on my scooter and wagon, off to try and get our cutie marks and being explorers. Suddenly, we were stopped by these 2 fillies who go to our school, Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon.
Those names sound familiar.
They did all that much? They have nothing to them.
Will pay off someday. Just you wait.
Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon went through all that to try to...
Marks any ponies ever seen. Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon will be
No.
laughing at us then.
They can't be that rude. Although they did kind of shit on her disability earlier in the series.
Those 2 fillies are always looking to tease us because we're the only ones in our class who haven't yet gotten our cutie marks.
At this
We've pretty
point.
much learned to ignore them by now, but yesterday was different. Whoa!
Hey, you two.
Hey there, blank blanks. Nice capes you got there. Oh, great. Just ignore
You know, how fitting.
You're not even going to admire the view for a little while?
This track is so fitting.
Admire. When you actually have money, like us, you don't have to bother of making your own clothes, like you guys have clearly done with these drab capes.
You two do realize that none of us
Ah,
are war, right?
I see.
Yeah, in case you've forgotten, Diamond Tiara, your dad owes his current business to Sweet Apple Acres. Without us, you wouldn't have all that money to throw.
She is right. She's right, though.
Donate all the extra money they earn to help fund a ton of science and research projects that help equestrian advancement. So, if it weren't for that, I'd be living in luxury, just like you two.
She's also right.
Someday, you'll be ordering her special dresses from my sister Rarity. She's the one who made the fabric I used to create these capes.
Oh, really? You think someone who makes fabric as shabby as this has any sort of future in?
Look underneath it.
Huh? What's that? I told you, it's the fabric my sister made.
So, if you don't mind, we'll be on our way now.
Not so fast. Let me go, Diamond! No! Not till you give me some of that golden fabric!
Oh, so assault's been brought into this.
I think maybe you're going a little too...
Oh, Jesus!
What the hey? You! Look at what you've done! You got my new dress all dirty! You'll get no sympathy from me. Only cowards would dare prey upon those less fortunate than themselves. You have no one but yourself to blame.
And I fight for my friends!
This isn't over.
I guess it wasn't.
Do their parents know about how they bully you three?
I think they do.
Silver Spoon's parents are doctors at Ponyville.
Or they don't care. At least for, either, I think it was Spoiled Rotten. No, it was Filthy Rich and Spoiled Rotten. Those are Diamond Tiara's parents. I don't think it's Spoiled Rich. Unless that was the name that they got after marriage. I think it was Spoiled Rotten. Whatever. Diamond Tiara's mom doesn't give a crap.
Hey, Turney, why don't you join us?
I'd be happy to. Thanks.
There was a weird loop there.
That-
Okay, this is good. This is actually really cute. I do like this conversation that's going on. I just noticed when the song looped. I know we were just talking about it earlier, but like,
join us.
just it's
I'd be
dumb
happy to. Thanks.
right there.
After that, we ate
This is
lunch
dumb.
together at a nearby restaurant.
It's cute art though.
Scootaloo and Turnin really hit it off.
Yeah,
Bloom,
they did.
come on. It was obvious you two really enjoyed each other's company.
Shut up.
Cute.
The more you try to hide it, the more
Very
obvious it
cute.
gets, Scootaloo.
He honestly does look like a shipmate for her. Like, just look at their character designs. Like it's like he was literally made for her.
So what happened after lunch?
See, that's the thing. For some reason, while we were talking, Turnin's mom showed up all of a sudden.
Their devotion.
She dragged Turning away without saying much. We never found out what was up.
Still, it was a shock to learn that his mom was our substitute teacher. No wonder she wants him to go to school.
Wait, hold on. His mom works for the school?
Uh-huh. She teaches class whenever Miss Cheerilee is unable to.
Huh. The more you know, I guess.
So, what did you three do after lunch?
I was muted. It's fine.
What about Big Mac and Granny Smith? They're out visiting our relatives in the Hollow Shades. They've been pretty distant as of late. Trying to reconnect.
Translation: we couldn't find a Big Mac or Granny Smith voice actress in time.
Applejack was gonna go instead of Big Mac, but she had to cancel last minute, so my brother had to go instead.
God damn it. The moment I made that joke. Hi, I'm back. We're going to continue because I had to once again deal with storage issues. We were getting backstory on the whole Scootaloo and turning page thing. Or actually, we were talking about the apples and where they were.
What about
Yeah, that's right. I made that joke, and then I immediately had to get a new, get some more storage. So, I'm good at jokes, I swear.
Since Applejack wasn't home yet, we decided to go back to the clubhouse and wait for her. That's when we found that the scooter, wagon, and capes had been stolen.
So,
That must mean they left you a letter or something, right?
Yep, this one right here.
Oh, it's even written in ransom. Oh my gosh. It's like frickin' ransom. Hey there, blank flanks. In case you're... Why is it shaking? In case you're wondering, your scooter, wagon, and capes are all with us. If you don't want them to be destroyed, come to the foot of the bridge leading to the Castle of the Two Sisters at 10 o'clock tonight with a roll of that golden silk fabric. If you don't, or if you bring any adults with you, the capes will be ripped to, and I assume shreds below. Actually, it did show the rest of the note. The capes will be ripped to shreds, and the scooter and wagon will tumble into the bottom of the gorge. Okay. Interesting. I know they're probably gonna read it out later, but I just had to know.
Is this what held you back at the crime scene, Apple Bloom?
Because she knew.
I think she picked it up from somewhere. And the only time I wasn't keeping a close eye on her was just after we had left the crime scene.
Oh, that's right.
So Scootaloo must have been holding it onto it for her.
hold up.
I figured that the wind had blown it there, and that the police hadn't found it yet. So, before they could, I took it with me.
Apple Bloom, you can't mess with a crime scene like that. It's a crime.
Well, true, but that's very important evidence that we now have.
Apple Bloom. Well, at least we uncovered some new
That's very important evidence that we now have because of
One
that.
mail letter made its way to the scene of the crime. And that was because of you, right, Scootaloo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A message written out in letters cut out from a magazine ordering that the CMC must come to the bridge leading to the Castle of the Two Sisters at 10 p.m. on the night of the crime, or 10 at the night of the crime. Brought there by Scootaloo, found in some bushes near the crime scene. So that's very helpful information, actually.
And as for the scooter, Scootaloo agreed to let me build another one for her.
Build one?
Build one?
Uh-huh. I even fixed up our entire clubhouse from one that was practically falling apart.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thanks.
Surprised you can't just magic one into existence. I'm pretty sure in the last, if they're going off a turnabout storm logic, I'm pretty sure they, or no, wait, it was, yeah. I'm pretty sure that teleportation, is the only way, unless there's a whole conjuring spell, which would require a lot of actual effort and knowledge of advanced magic. Which means maybe Twilight would be able to only do it, but, like, I don't think they would ever actually tell her the reason why. So, never mind what I just said.
I suggested canceling the sleepover so that neither of them would notice me leaving that night.
What? Scoots? Why would you do that?
Because I couldn't lose my scooter.
Huh? But I said I would make you a new one. A faster one.
I know, but you don't understand. That scooter, that was a gift from my parents. I couldn't let it be destroyed. I'm sure you understand, right, Apple Bloom?
Right.
I get it, Scootaloo.
And so this is why you got turning involved.
He knows exactly how you feel when it comes to something sentimental your parents gave you. So you asked him to help you get it back.
What he said earlier that day left an impression on me.
Uh-huh. My dad's a member, and I want to be just like him one day. That's why I practice with the sword he gave me whenever I get the chance. Have you guys ever been inside the Everfree Forest? It's such a thrill to take on the monsters in there.
Turning and I are very alike, but there's one big difference. He doesn't get scared like I do.
Hmm.
That's nothing to be ashamed of, though. Fear is a natural response to dangerous situations. It stops you from doing things that could hurt yourself or others.
Or make you think twice.
I had to learn the hard way. But because I was scared, I didn't want to go into the Everfree Forest by myself. And since I didn't want to get Speedy or Apple Bloom involved, Turning was the only other pony I thought I could turn to.
Because if Diamond and Silver saw you showing up with an adult, they would have destroyed the scooter right away.
Yep.
Exactly. Even then, though, I still hadn't made my mind up to ask him. Just like with Sweetie and Apple Bloom, I didn't want to risk hurting Turning either.
Then, what made you change your mind?
It was that ribbon I gave Turning.
The ribbon?
Rainbow Dash was the one who first gave me that ribbon. She said it was the ribbon she got for winning her very first race. The one where she got her cutie mark.
What? She gave you something as special as that?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was when I had to face a fear of mine. That there's a chance I may never be able to fly.
That was a very good episode too.
You can't fly?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet, at least. I'm still holding out hope that I will one day, though.
Mm.
But even if I don't, I know I'll be able to handle it now. And because I realized that, I was able to help my friends win a very important contest.
Yeah, that episode was really, really powerful too, because even in later episodes, like there were two in particular I could think of. There's the one where she actively got bullied for the fact that she couldn't fly, because that's just a straight up disability she has. And also the episode where they grew up, which I think was like one of the last episodes of the show, and she still couldn't fly despite actually being an adult pony. So it it kind of tugs a little, because I know that she will never be able to fly ever. Like naturally anyway.
That ribbon is a reminder from Rainbow that I overcame that hurdle. She said it represents drive, guts, and a certain don't-give-up-ness that every pony should have. And most of all, it represents the courage to stand up and do something awesome for yourself and your friends.
Wow. Rainbow really said all that to you?
Yep.
She never admitted, of course, but she can be pretty sweet when no one's watching.
So, seeing that ribbon again gave you the courage you needed to go into the forest?
Yeah, I took the ribbon with me for the same reason.
How did you pull off the theft without her noticing? I can't imagine it was easy to sneak by her and steal a whole roll of fabric right from under her nose.
Actually, it was very easy.
Really?
Was it?
Turning was the one who came up with the plan. Since he's never been inside Carousel Boutique, he decided that he would lure Sweetie out by getting her to come outside to talk and lead me to find the fabric.
Well then.
So I went in behind her back and started poking around. After finding the fabric and leaving the note in Rarity's bedroom, I left.
Well
The
then.
whole thing took less than 5 minutes. Sweetie never suspected a thing, according to Turning.
Good art though. Like the art's been really good so far.
Deceptively simple.
Around what time was all of this happening?
It was probably around 8 p.m.
Damn, 2 hours.
The party was still going on at that time.
You ready, Scootaloo? He brought the fabric?
Yeah,
Why don't you let me carry it? That way, it won't hinder your movement. In case you need to run or something.
okay.
Are you alright? You're shaking.
I'm just a little scared. I've never been in the Everfree Forest at night. Apple Bloom told me it's so dark you can't see a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. You won't have to be afraid tonight. Look up. It's a full moon. The paths throughout the forest will be completely visible. Plus, you've got a unicorn by your side. I can cast an illumination spell for us, just in case we have to head off the path and into the trees, where it will be too dark to see what's in front of you.
I see what they're setting up.
Wow, Turning. You really
They're really
are.
setting up this two's relationship, and it's really cute.
That just comes from all the training I do. I used to be scared of these woods once too, you know?
Hmm.
But I've since taught myself to never be afraid of anything. No matter who or what we find in there. We'll face it together.
I can already imagine a bunch of daws in the chat.
If you don't mind,
When this was
would you
premiered,
take this?
and then
What's
she
that?
gives him the ribbon.
It's a ribbon. I got it from Rainbow Dash a while ago. Courage 1 has to do something awesome for yourself and your friends.
It's from Miss Dash? Well, I can't take this from you then. And besides, with the way you're trembling, it sounds like you're going to need it.
No, I want you to have it.
But why?
Well, as thanks for earlier today, and for standing by my side now for lunch.
I think it's more than
But
that.
more importantly, I want you to have it so that you don't forget that while you're in there, to have the courage to keep moving forward. To me, you represent everything that ribbon stands for. So, as long as you don't forget it, I'll be fine standing by your side.
Thank you, Scootaloo. I'll take good care of it.
Well, are we ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
After that, we enter the forest, right around 9:25 p.m.
I'm impressed, Scootaloo. That ribbon meant so much to you, and you were willing to give it up to inspire courage in someone else.
I knew he didn't really need it, but it made me feel better by believing my gift would make sure he stayed his confident, courageous self while we were traveling through the forest.
So, what happened after you entered?
Well,
Alright, that's enough.
Come on!
Hey, what gives?
We,
We have questions to ask.
The prosecutor in charge of this case needs to question the defendant as well. You've had plenty of time to talk to her.
No, it's not enough! More
Yeah,
ghost trick
who's the
noises.
prosecutor assigned to this case, if you don't mind me asking?
Who is it?
That is none of your concern right now. You'll find out for yourself at the trial.
Of course we will. Of course we will.
Please, can't we just ask her a few more questions?
I'm sorry, Princess, but no. Now that a second arrest has been made, the prosecution has demanded that they speak to both suspects
Wait,
immediately.
second arrest?
Second arrest?
Who got arrested?
Someone else is suspected of having.
Is
murdered
it
the victim.
Zakora?
That's correct.
Who is it?
See for yourself.
Is it Zakora? Oh, turning!
turning!
Oh crap, he actually got arrested! Uh-oh.
Wait, you can't
Uh-oh.
seriously be suggesting...
Uh-oh.
Indeed we are. The second suspect believed to be responsible for the victim's death
Uh-oh.
is none other than his own son, Turning Page.
Oh, that's dumb. Oh, that's so dumb.
Insane. Are you seriously telling us that Turning is suspected of killing his own
That is
dad?
so dumb.
Turning would have never done something like that! He loved his father!
What exactly was the basis for the arrest?
An anonymous tip was mailed to the police station just a little while ago.
What did it say?
The tip informed us that there was another pony in the forest with Scootaloo on the night of the crime.
Wait,
Turning Page.
who else was there?
Speaking with our witness and asking Turning ourselves, we confirmed the tip's validity.
But who else was there then? Cause didn't Scootaloo and Turner were the only ones there, so the only other person who would have done it is the actual criminal. There was someone else that knew that Scootaloo and Turning Page were there. I don't know if it's Diamond and Silver Spoon. Because it could be. It could very well be. But someone else was there. That's all that confirms. That someone else was there and knew that the two of them were at the crime scene. Or heading towards the crime scene. Oh, that is unfortunate. They won't tell you. It's an anonymous tip.
What anonymous means, right? We don't know who made the tip.
Well, that too.
Police. I know it was them!
I don't think so. I think it's too easy.
Come on, kid. I'll let you say your goodbyes, but hurry up. You don't want to make the prosecutor wait.
It could be.
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
Whoa. I don't think I've ever heard a child sound so angry before.
Turning Page is innocent! You believe that, right?
Of course.
So you'll defend us both then, right?
Athena is.
Hold on, Scootaloo. Didn't you say that you were going to give Athena a chance?
Yeah, but the situation's changed now. I want to have someone who I know I can trust to defend Turning Page.
Fuck. You don't trust her?
Trust me?
I didn't mean it like that, okay? I just meant that I know Mr. Wright's got what it takes. I can't afford to take any risks.
That-
Not when Turning's life is on the line.
That still means you can't trust her.
Scootaloo.
Besides, Mr. Wright's already defended twice before in Equestria, right? He probably knows best how to handle all this.
Let her try. Jesus.
Actually, Scootaloo, You're wrong. The situation has changed, but there's one aspect in which I think only I can understand when it comes to this case. The way things are now, with turning under suspicion of his father's murder, I can confidently say I know how best to deal with this.
Psychology!
From a legal standpoint, but also a psychological one.
What? What do you mean?
Not long ago, I was in the same place as Turning. I was suspected of having killed my own mother.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
To the point where even she herself was convinced that she did it. And while I was the one who defended her, I can't deny that I felt a little overwhelmed by it all. Throughout my years of lawyering, never had I dealt with a situation so psychologically precarious as that.
Yeah.
I know better than anyone not to underestimate Athena's knowledge of psychology, and the ability to connect with others. After all, it's one thing to save others from being put in prison. It's something else entirely to be able to save them emotionally.
That is very true.
What you kids need is not just someone who can defend you, but someone who can empathize with your situation. I want you both to put your complete trust in me.
Wait, Athena? You weren't suggesting...
She's gonna defend the both of them.
I'd like to handle this case by myself.
Are you sure you're up to leading a case solo, Athena?
I am, Mr. Wright. Is that okay?
I mean, he can still be the co-counsel, right?
Beside that, what do you say, Scootaloo? Turning?
He can still be the co-counsel, right? I mean, she could do it solo, but...
And I promise I'll get you both off the hook, and I'll find the true culprit behind this heinous crime.
All right. I'll trust you, Miss Sykes.
What about you, Turning?
If that's what Miss Scootaloo wants, then I'll trust you as well. Whatever it takes to make sure she gets out of this.
Thank you, you two.
It's okay. Refusing 2 offers in one day isn't exactly a great idea anyway.
Wait, someone already...
Wait, really? Oh, that's where Sonata comes in.
Yeah, what?
That must be where Sonata is.
Who was it?
I didn't catch her name.
Yeah, it's Sonata.
Coated unicorn with glasses and an eyeball for a cutie mark.
Interesting. They know.
What is it?
They know.
Are we really going back to the tell Athena nothing game?
I mean, it's a long story.
Okay, that's more than enough. I think it's time for everyone.
Oh, darn.
We better get back to my castle now.
Where's Sweetie Belle?
Yeah, we gotta go back to her.
She said she wasn't feeling well, so she couldn't come down here to support you.
Yeah, that's a really rough explanation of the facts. But part of me thinks that they're gonna have to go back to actually unlock those locks too to get more information from Sweetie Belle, so we have more for the case. But now that we know Scootaloo's situation and that Sweetie Belle was there, like, you know, we have something to work with now. But that also. That was a really good read from Apple Bloom. Like, can I just say, like, that was a really good read. I mean, all the voice actors and actresses have been doing great so far, but, like, that was a really good read from Apple Bloom for that line. Like, that was really good.
Oh. Okay. Well, I hope she gets better.
We may have dodged the bullet for now.
Damn.
But we're going to have to confront the real source of this.
That is
soon.
very rough.
I can feel it.
Oh my god.
Until we have a grasp on exactly what's going on, though, we better not pursue it any further.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Apple Bloom.
Goodbye, Scootaloo. I'll see you tomorrow.
And we go.
Can we pass by Carousel Boutique? I want to tell Sweetie Belle what's been happening.
Are we gonna have the Magatama? Is she gonna talk to her directly?
It doesn't take a genius to figure out there's something going on with her.
Or Athena wants to go with?
Mr. Wright's Magatama confirmed that she's hiding something. Even so, why was she so hesitant to help Scootaloo? Does she really suspect?
I don't think she suspects her, but I think she is suspicious of something.
It's about time I head back home anyway. Hold
on a second.
Yeah, where are the other
Where are
three?
alongside Pinkie Pie and Spike?
Spike headed out just after you guys left for the detention center.
Where'd he go?
I asked him to go check in on Sweetie Belle for me. I
Oh.
suppose he must still be with her. You just missed Pinkie and Fluttershy too. They mentioned something about continuing preparations, and then after saying goodbye...
Maybe after the trial they're gonna have a party or something?
Preparations? For what?
Not another party, I hope.
Anyway, darlings, I'd best be heading home now.
Bye-bye.
Is something wrong, boss?
It's nothing, really. I was just thinking about what Skulu was telling us before we left the detention center.
How she doesn't trust Athena and only trusts Mr. Wright?
Another defense attorney who came to see
Or
her?
because of Moonlight, not Moonlight, but Sonata?
Wait, someone else already came by the detention center to see Scootaloo?
Yeah, Paula also wouldn't know who she is.
But she turned her down because she was waiting for Phoenix. Not exactly the wisest decision, in my opinion, but I understand where she's coming from.
But it's the best decision, because otherwise we wouldn't have a game.
Wouldn't it make sense to
Or I
have
guess a
lawyer you're
series.
familiar with, rather than a stranger? Because defense attorneys in Equestria are loath to defend some pony accused of murder.
Really?
I learned that the hard way the last time Phoenix was here.
Oh.
However, I'm pretty sure this defense attorney...
I don't remember that from the original.
Do you know her?
Not as a defense attorney, but yes, we've met before.
Who are they? Sonata.
Mm-hmm.
Sonata?
Rambo Dash knew.
Wait, didn't you mention her before?
But Scootaloo was taking a big risk in turning her down.
It's a good thing she did.
Yeah. She would have... she would have a bias, considering she was the one that kind of, sort of, was involved in the crime directly, but it's fine.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I think I'm gonna head home now, Twilight. See you all at the trial tomorrow.
She's absolutely pissed.
Whoa. What was with that response?
That's bias for you, Athena.
Looks like I'm not the only one who's noticed how antagonistic that sounded.
Yeah. Everyone else did.
I guess the only way I'm going to find out the reason for it is by asking them about the case. But that'll have to wait until another time. 2 kids' fates rest in my hands. I can do this. I know I can. But what'll happen if I fail?
You won't fail.
Hey, Twilight?
What is it, Athena?
What's the severity of punishments for ponies that commit crimes?
Well,
Being banished to
for
the
most
sun.
part, disagreements usually resolve themselves relatively quickly.
This isn't it sun banishment to the sun.
Typically carry light sentences, which usually amount to community service of some kind. More serious offenses could see you locked up in prison for a set period of time, though.
How about murders?
Again,
What
sent to
would
the
cause
sun,
people
I'm pretty
so
sure.
guilty?
Well, as you know, murder is mostly unheard of until recently. The most serious punishments tend to result in banishment outside of Equestria. These range from expelling them from equestrian borders, locking them up in Tartarus, or even sending them to the sun or moon.
Wait, what? The sun?
Yep.
Yeah, Equestria is a pretty peaceful place, and most ponies know not to do the wrong thing. I guess banishment is the best deterrent to ponies doing something really bad, like murder. Athena?
You say that so passively.
Yeah, you're looking really pale at the moment.
Athena decided to take this case solo, so I won't be up on the stand with her tomorrow.
Oh. Okay, but I'm sure you'll do just fine defending Scootaloo tomorrow.
That's a whole lot of pressure.
Yes, Scootaloo.
Oh, hi, Widget.
Athena?
Out before we left the detention center, but they've identified a second suspect in the case. A second suspect? The victim's son, Turning Page.
What?
2 defendants in one case?
And children at that.
Yeah,
I get it.
that's a lot of stress.
Thinking. 2
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I meant what I said before. But if I fail, that's 2 little kids being banished from Equestria.
Yeah, that's a lot of stress.
Take on 2 clients.
I'm sure there's a good reason for it. You wouldn't normally be so reckless.
I meant every word I said back at the detention center.
That you didn't hear.
I'm so worried about what will happen if you fail, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't worry about failing, Athena. You need to focus on how you'll save them.
Yeah. I remember the penalty. The penalty of defense. It's like in the 6th game where a defendant, if they fail to find their client innocent, then they receive the same punishment as the client, as they are proven guilty of the same crime in defending them. So she would also probably get banished. So that wouldn't be fun.
You're the best fit out of all of us. Trucy's right, Athena. Keep your mind on what's important, proving your client's innocence.
Thanks, guys. Boss,
Yeah?
is this alright? Do you trust me? I mean, not even you've taken on a case with 2 defendants at the same time before, right?
As far as I know, he
I trust
hasn't.
you to make the right call when it comes to our clients. I can see how much this case means to you, and if you genuinely believe that you should be the one to handle it, then you have my full support.
That's sweet.
That's right.
That's very
I
sweet.
won't let you down.
All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's the end of... Oh, is Athena going to be thinking? Night scene?
Oh, tomorrow's the big day. Just gotta give it my all.
Don't want to let Scootaloo and Turning Page down.
Quiet, you. You caused me a lot of trouble today, you know that?
Talking to yourself?
Oh, Twilight. That was just Widget. He has a habit of saying...
I didn't know if it was my computer or if it was from the video.
He got me into a few uncomfortable situations with some less than pleasant individuals.
Yeah, I can see how that might be a bit of an issue. I heard you talking from down the hall, and I came up here to see what you were doing up so late. Especially with the trial tomorrow.
I've just been thinking a lot. Not only about the trial, but also about me in general.
I guess with the trial, it has something to do with defending Scootaloo and Turning Page?
You got it. I could tell that neither she nor Turning Page are really confident that I can save them.
You can tell from their...
It's okay.
You can tell from their inflections and everything.
We'll find a way to prove Scootaloo's innocence.
If you don't, I'll find a way to do it myself. No matter what.
I want to have someone who I know I can trust to defend Turning Page.
I mean, I understand her situation, but it was still very rude.
I'm still a defense attorney. And this trial shouldn't be that much different from the last one.
It's totally different. There are 2 defendants.
Oh my god, Widget.
That's enough from you.
I get where you're coming from. There's the expectation from Scootaloo, and to an extent Turning Page, that you know how to win, even when everything is stacked against you. I don't doubt that you'll show everyone what you're made of. I'm certain that you're an incredible defense attorney, Athena.
But that's just it. I'm not. I kinda suck.
Why would you say that?
Because it's true. Scootaloo and Turning Page were right to be wary of me. I've only actually led one case from start to finish before, and I needed so much help.
Athena.
Want to know something? I didn't even want to be a lawyer when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. The main reason why I studied law and psychology in the first place was because I wanted to save a dear friend. He was accused and convicted of murdering my mother when I was younger, and I studied as hard as I could so I could free him. That big case that Mr. Wright mentioned before was when he was finally acquitted. Looking back, if things were different and none of that ever happened all those years ago, I'd almost definitely not be standing here right now. I don't know if it was fate or whatever, but I feel like I only really pursued a career in law because I had to.
I get it.
Huh?
Following a calling because you had to. Not because you wanted to. I get it. It's the same with me, being a princess. I miss the days before I became one, when I was able to learn about the magic of friendship while also being able to pursue my own interests. But ever since I became a princess, I've been given so much responsibility to bear. It's a far cry from when I was still Princess Celestia's student. I'll never be able to go back to those days at the Golden Oak Library, simply spending time studying or being with my friends. I've been given the duty of a princess when really, I don't know if it's something I ever really wanted.
Being forced into a profession because you felt obligated to do so?
Burdened by others' expectations to act accordingly and lead by example. Because you know there are those you can't afford to let down.
Yeah, they understand each other all right.
You know, the two of us are more alike than I believe either of us thought.
Well,
Good.
I certainly never thought I'd be able to relate to a pony from another world, let alone a princess. Twilight,
Yes?
what do you say about being my co-counsel for tomorrow's trial?
I thought you wanted to go solo.
I did, but I might as well just admit that I'm in over my head at this point. I'm nowhere near Apollo's level, and especially not Mr. Wright's. I feel like if I don't take on cases, that I'm never gonna catch up to them. I know that sounds incredibly self-centered with lives on the line. Like you said, you and I are more alike than either of us thought. I think you might actually be the perfect partner for me. With you by my side, someone whose experience with the law is equal to mine, I feel like I can still prove myself without worrying I'll be putting those kids in danger just for my own selfish interests. So, Twilight, will you stand with me in court tomorrow?
Of course I will, Athena. Well, I'd better head to bed.
Wait, Twilight? Why were you up so late anyway?
What? Oh, I couldn't get to sleep. That's all.
How is it you already have Discord? How is you already have Discord in your voice? You're really gonna try to lie to Athena like that?
Anyway, I'm sure I can get some shut-eye now. Good night, Athena. I'll see you in the morning.
Alright, Twilight. See you tomorrow.
Damn. She's also scared.
Are you hiding something?
She's also concerned. There's Zakora! Is she... Wait. That's not good. Is she gonna be the prosecutor? No, she's not. No, she's not. So she's not dead, at least. Oh, hey, it's this again. I mean... I already saw this, and I know it's gonna tag me again. And this was a good song. Like, I don't want to... I feel bad skipping it, honestly. But when they do make it better, I'm sure that it'll be great. Again, like I said, it's a good song. It's a great song, but it got me tagged last time, which added complications to things, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is good. I finally freaking finished this. Like, there's an end credit scene again. Do I just have to I just have to expect these. Hello, you.
So, she turned down your request to defend her?
Yes. Instead, she and the new suspect have opted for one of those human attorneys.
And what of the princess?
It seems as if she will be aiding the defense once more.
How do you know this?
So what will you have me do now? I hate to say it, but it's starting to look like we won't be able to keep these secrets much longer.
Indeed. For now, return to Ponyville and continue the investigation on your end. The guards will not bar you from the scene so long as you have my permission.
Is she the prosecutor? Equity. Equity. That's not concerning at all. That's not concerning at all. Oh shit! Hey! Hey! Hey, that's a face I didn't think I'd expect to see in the comment section. Oh, that's nice. Yo! Hold on. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he would watch it, but I didn't expect that. I honestly did like how they... I mean, I guess there wasn't enough evidence for them to consider doing multiple different court records again. But I think it would have been nice to have that, to just keep that going. I do like the thought of just it updating as you're watching and, you know, getting more stuff out of it. All right, so I essentially wrote down all of my thoughts for the for the episode in the comment, because really I like the character development of Athena. Like, I know they said they went into that a bit more from the last part's comment section, but like that's really what I see from this. It's like Athena's gotten so much character development, and like it makes absolute sense that she would be connected. She would connect with Twilight on her princess dilemma in the same way, especially like knowing how the both of them are, how the both of them are like it makes so much sense. God, yeah, already doing more justice to Athena than Spirit of Justice ever did. Absolutely. I mean, as much as I like Spirit of Justice, fine. Like, Athena was very much underutilized in that game. Like, holy crap. Yeah, well written Athena. That is, yep, Athena's great. Athena's so good. Yeah. Character dynamics between Twilight and Athena, like, it's so good. Like, Scootaloo and Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle all being concerned for each other. Everyone was really in character. Like, just... Yeah. I kind of assumed that. Either that or it was another guard or whatever. I'm just reading the comments now. Yeah. Also, wait, what was that thing about Sunset Shimmer? Athena and Sunset Shimmer would make great friends. They could both empathize with others. I mean, also, I mean, Sunset would probably be a great student for Athena. But no, this was a great episode. Holy crap! No, I'm excited. That was great. That was great. Just the character development in general was so good, and I cannot wait for the next part. And I finally caught up as far as I know. And again, it took 3 hours. I swear, why do all these recordings take like 3 hours? But still, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time for another video. Take care, have a lovely day, see you soon, and Jesus Christ. I think that might be my favorite scene so far. I don't know if it's in the series, but so far in this episode, this scene where Twilight and Athena have that heart-to-heart, I think it's one of my favorites. It's my favorite so far. I don't know about the entire series, because I think that scene where Twilight was looking over Golden Oak might be it might tip it up a little bit more for me, but at least in this episode, this scene is my favorite scene. Just them understanding their plights, really thinking hard about like their situations and actually connecting and growing from that. That was amazing. So good on you guys. Genuinely, I love how Athena is being written so far. See you guys next time in like 6 years when I can handle the next part.